Welcome again to another exciting episode of Master Na, featuring our wonderful heroes. Wilda, the water being.
Hello.
Spencer, the super cat.
What? Oh, sorry, I was eating cereal.
Transient, the matter material. Matter manipulator.
Spence, we told you not to eat the cereal. You know how bad that backs you up?
Dahlia, the living dead girl.
And I say let him eat. What's a little bit of an exotic diet gonna do to someone?
Redwish, the lucky terrifier.
Hello again.
And Jace, our technomancer, is out again, so I will be playing his character for a short bit. Last time, Master Not, our heroes got done with a rough battle with a madness-inducing slug dog, and have just been able to go inside the supermarket to enjoy lunch, despite the before they go shopping. But during their luncheon and as they're getting ready to eat, both Jace and Spencer seem to have picked up that the news is starting to pop off all over the supermarket to inform everyone of another issue. Jace has already sent Stringent and Daniels to investigate, but will our heroes find out what they are investigating? Cutting to the scene where everyone's still dining inside the supermarket's luncheon area. Everyone has ordered their food, with Spencer doing it a little overboard and Cyrus thanking the heavens that he had a little bit of savings to manipulate.
Is that Cyrus's superpower? Wealth
No.
manipulation?
No, he just really he just has good banking.
Oh man, their financial planner must be rich.
I think that's more than enough, Spencer. Just please.
And you could just open your Spencer saying, I want 2 large pepperoni pizzas, 3 hot dogs, and an extra large Coke, 5 pretzels with extra cheese, 2 tuna fish sandwiches. Oh yeah, and 10 ice cream sandwiches.
Spence,
And I'm
I
just
don't
imagining-
think they serve ice cream sandwiches.
A cat can dream.
Goodness. So from there, as you guys sit down and enjoy your meal, you do see Jace fiddling around with his phone, quote unquote, before looking over. So are we gonna be able to do shopping? Because I think we've got another thing that we have to double check.
Spencer is currently rolling up a pizza like a taco and taking bites out of it.
Dahlia grimaces and says, do you think we could still speedrun the shopping? Mom and Dad are gonna be kind of pissed if we don't actually, get our
Shop.
school supplies.
Dahlia, do you see at least your mother giving you an eyeball as you guys are whispering amongst each other? Jace does respond, oh, I mean, so long as we keep it short. Already sent a couple of other eyes over there. Hopefully we can hopefully they can contact us back in case anything bad happens.
Well, they're getting a head start on it. Sounds good.
Puddle, you were about to say something?
She's looking around for Des.
Des still has not shown up yet. You do see Cyrus, and you do see Dahlia. You see your parents looking around at the same time, trying to see if they can see Des inside the supermarket, but neither the sound of his wheelchair going or his naturally carrying voice seems to be within the earshot.
I'm gonna send him a message on the phone.
All right.
Actually, no, I'm gonna call him. Walk away from the group.
All right. So you do hear your father go, "Don't walk away too far. We don't want to lose you too. We still got shopping to do."
What
As
are
you
we gonna
walk away,
buy?
the mother looks over. at you, trying to hide her water bottle. Oh, just the essentials, just some paper, some pencils, a backpack, uniforms, agendas, markers, and whatever else the school needs.
Well, why do we have to give it to the school? Aren't they stuff for us?
Ah, what a wonderful kitten. And you do feel yourself getting scritches.
This immediately makes up for the earlier incident.
Wilda, as you take a few steps and away, manage to go around the corner, you do try to give a call. The phone does answer. Sis? Oh,
Yes.
shoot, right. We were supposed to be over there. Listen, this is gonna sound weird. I kind of got sidetracked. You remember those vans that were following us? Yeah, I thought I tried to give them a bit of a slip. I'm found myself in the entertainment sector. I just parked right on the outside before the walkway started, and oh boy, I am not sure how to get out of my car. I swear I can't find the door handles. I know that the windows are still here, but I think they feel plasticky. I don't know. I started hearing this weird talking sound. I think, and next thing you know, everything about the vehicle stopped seeming normal. The only thing that seems normal is this. I'm talking to a banana. Son of a gun! As you hear the phone drop down,
No, I'm here.
I'm losing my mind. Calm. I don't have that medicine on. Damn it! You hear a loud bang. You hear some shuffling as he seems to attempt to look for something. You hear him pick up the phone. Wilda, is this you? I think I was talking to the wrong thing. Listen, I will get back to you. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. Good boy, but I'm not sure if there's a dog show going on, but there's a lot of ugly pups out here. And, I will talk to you again later. Tell Dad everything's fine. Just having a wonderful talk. Oh crap! Here are those black vans too. Crap! Gotta go. And you do hear him hang up.
Okay. I'll go back to the group.
Alrighty, as you go back to the group, Red Wish, Transients, you do hear Jace muttering to himself, I haven't heard back from them in about 5 minutes. Hopefully they're okay. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Des needs help. As I whisper to the group.
Well, shit. Okay. So, shopping later. Got it.
Yeah. What's going on?
He went to the entertainment district to try and get the vans off of him. And I think he's feeling the same thing I felt. Because he's trapped in the car, he says.
Well, let's get him out of there. So, think we can get there if we take a ride on the Spencer Express?
Probably.
Might need to make excuses to your parents, though.
As all of you start slowly turning towards the current parents that are with you, the Thrustles seem to be finishing up their meal. The Blakes are already expecting Dahlia to come with them as they begin standing up from the table.
Dahlia runs over. Mom, Dad, you know how you talk about supporting the community to protect each other in case of alien invasions and the apocalypse?
Yes, and I also told you that your school also comes first, young lady. says your mom.
But Dennis is trapped in his car, and like he's handicapped. Like, obviously that's super super important. You wouldn't want him to die of heat stroke because I had to pick out a notebook bad.
I believe Des does have other family members that can help him. Your mother does make a good point that your school needs to come first.
Quick question: Can we actually hear this?
They're not too far away from you guys, and they aren't being too quiet. So yeah, you guys can hear them slowly speak about this. The Cyrus and
He might be facing an alien invasion.
You know that's gonna make Darren perk up a bit.
alien invasion. What? No. School for. I mean, besides, we don't even know if there's an alien invasion. As they look over, pop open the nearest freaking examiner. Was it examiner?
Weekly World News.
The inquiry.
I love that reference, Dahlia.
Thank you.
Oh goodness. As they do pull that up on their on the table, as they pull the paperwork on the table, the magazine, as they flip through with a couple of more notable alien invasion articles popping up.
We did just see a slug dog and a bug man. Yeah, I think alien invasion about does it.
There's a sigh coming from the mother. Listen, young lady, I'm going to buy you the pinkest backpack because of this, and I don't want to hear any back sass about it. You better wear it. I'll go save the world.
Mom.
A pink backpack? Why can't I have one?
Read it to you after. Shh. Thank you, Mom, for picking out my school supplies for me. I'm gonna go save the world from aliens now.
At
Just
that
like
point,
you taught me, Dad.
you do hear Cyrus go, "Wait, what? Aliens? Whoa, 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 wait, 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 what?"
Bye.
Bye.
And I take it this is where Spencer finishes his food and grabs everyone, including Redwish.
I'm
And
sure that
Puddle?
at least 5 area dads are watching him scarf down a pizza in 5 seconds, and they just go, "That boy can eat." But yeah,
Plate's clean and with a decent enough lying conviction, you do manage to get yourselves over towards the front of the supermarket, give your parents and guardians a bit of a wave and a thumbs up.
Get into the rickshaw that we constructed.
Get into the rickshaw that was constructed and start mad dashing towards the entertainment sector.
exactly. Cue rickshaw music. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
As you start making your way down there, I would like an acrobatics check to make sure you don't accidentally hit a speed bump on the way through heading over there.
Absolutely, I would love to. Give me a second to do that. Okay, acrobatics. What is my skill modifier for that? +10.
Okay, I like reflexes.
That is a 14.
You're getting there pretty well, all right. As you're making your way over some turns, past a narrow ravine that reopens up towards the entertainment sector, and as you're approaching what would be the main walkway areas where everyone else parked at, you see a series of black vehicles surrounding what is Des's vehicle, along with several other cars from different people, and five slug dogs, all scattered about, making the same jabbering noises, including one
Nice.
that including one that pops up right in front of you before you can stop, causing you to swerve.
Oh,
Everyone is
actually, I would not swerve if a slug dog came right up in front of me.
all right. Slug dog comes in front of you. I take it. How will you react in
Oh,
this?
bug on
I-
a windshield.
Bug on a windshield.
Double checking one thing.
Guys, remind me to put a crash bar and some seat belts on this thing.
Splat!
They're kicking off.
And a windscreen.
I won't open my mouth while we're on the Spencer Express.
Go over
I
powers.
think I swallowed an
I
eyeball.
wrote it down.
Crunchy. Kidding.
Might want to mask up too.
I'm going to need you to make a dodge resistance.
Dodge resistance.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just roll a d20, add your dodge.
20 plus.
Is it bad that I hear Piccolo right now?
Dodge!
Why didn't you dodge?
That's a 17.
I don't know if that's a successful dodge.
I don't know. We'll find out.
That barely passes. That does pass.
The
You.
question is,
That-
did the rest of the rickshaw?
That is a
We're
good
close
question.
to him, so he's our movement.
He's our movement, but the rickshaw doesn't have the strength that he does.
Oh,
As-
I thought I was piggybacking like usual.
No.
No,
As-
we are on the rickshaw.
As you splatter through the slug dog, you feel what the remains would have been, somewhat slimy and goopy, start to harden instantaneously as you're running through, almost catching your legs. But with a couple of kicks and a couple of, hard steps, you manage to break the bindings. The rickshaw, however, is slowly screaming as it's being torn away from the actual seat underneath everyone. The wheels now pull all the way back to where the original dog slug was. The rickshaw, unfortunately, is in shambles.
Aww.
But you guys are in the entertainment sector, being able to see a plethora of slug dogs sprouting at several parts of the entertainment sector. If you would like to get a good idea of how many, I will need perception checks from everyone.
Perception check.
Perception.
Well, the best part about today is that I just ate, so I have the zoomies. That's a 1d20.
Is that why you decided to run headlong into a slug dog?
Yeah, because that's what cats do. They run right between your legs. Natural 20. A 4, 11, and then a 20. And today is good.
Mm.
Dolly is still eating. She brought food with her, and she's like trying to eat the remaining of it.
Blinded by the red meat.
Yes.
I think with all that, Wilda got like 2 bites of food.
Don't worry. What you lack in food, I will make up for in energy.
So double checking the rolls.
Cats always excavate their food in their mouths.
Let's see. So that was Transient passed, Puddle passed, Spencer passed, Red Wish and Dahlia did not. Jace needs to make his. I will roll for Jace. Let me double check what he has for perception, which is
It's
I
a
believe
minimum.
still
You have to
insane.
roll a minimum of a 3 to pass.
Hey, ones exist.
Okay, so he's got a 15%, 10% chance.
Yeah.
Perception is a plus 17.
Yeah. We got the same roll.
Same roll with that vastly different outcomes.
Yeah.
That is a 32 for Jace, my friends.
So, Dahlia, you're unable to see anything past the first dog slug, and your stomach is telling you food first, problems later. So you're too busy blinded by red meat.
Yes.
Red Wish, you're starting to pick up this. This is a bit extra for some town role play, but two slug dogs here and there just barking, a couple along with the few black vans that seem to be surrounding Dessa's vehicle. It's kind of disconcerting. But beyond that, you
Blissful
can't.
will assume that this is some kind of gelatin that's splashed on his face, and in blissful ignorance of what it actually is, lick it off.
Oh.
I will need a fortitude, please.
That
It's
was
green
both
apple.
in character and out of character.
Yeah, he's still completely ignorant as to what's actually going on here.
It's green apple.
All right.
I always.
If you know your
Let's
fort,
see here. Fortitude. Double
Why
check
I don't know
that
whether
right
a
there.
failure or a critical success would be funnier.
Yeah.
Critical failure.
So mine is 4. So is that a 1d20 plus 4?
yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
And a critical success would be funnier.
Critical success would be funnier.
I got a 16.
You can tell this is not gelatin.
Ugh.
It's more of like a meat jelly, more like kind of like that excess gristle.
So at first there's a. Ugh. It must be an acquired taste.
The horrified look on Wilda's face cannot
Dahlia
be
offers
accurately
red wish
described.
claw meat instead.
You realize set food's not actually supposed to be eaten, right?
If
Spoiled.
you're
That would
desperate,
explain.
here, have
it.
this.
As you got,
Oh dear. Do I have to make a perception check to see if he
Yes.
notices what's going on with whatever she's about to hand him?
She's about to hand him uncooked hamburger meat.
This is going to end so poorly.
yeah, you don't need to do that. You already see that it's uncooked.
It's also warm, so it could be mashed potatoes.
Okay,
It's
so
not warm, which is the worst part.
the DM is telling me I don't need to make a check here, so I'm gonna assume it's obvious enough that even he would be able to tell.
Your pass. I'm just making it as a passive, and your passive with your bonuses of 15. That's more than enough to recognize that's red meat. That's uncooked meat that she's handing you.
It's uncooked. That's uncooked red meat. Uncooked.
So,
Puddles and transient. Go
not
ahead.
sure what's wrong with the strange friend who's handing him red meat and assuming that maybe she's offering it to cook later on.
It's a new keto diet.
He's just gonna respond with, "No, thank you. I'm trying to save my appetite." As a attempt to be polite.
It's hilarious because
More
y'all
for
just
me.
got done munching earlier.
His parents were in a different portion of the store.
True. Anyway, Transient puddles, both of you recognize at the same time there are more than just a couple of slug dogs. And the black vans do seem to be full with people, but they haven't seemed to escape out of their vehicles yet. Death is still in his car, looking like he's getting ready to try to punch through the glass and failing constantly.
What
As you-
form is Des in?
Death is still in his human form. You did hear him
Okay.
talk about not having his medicine.
Yeah.
Hmm.
When you look past the vehicles, though, you do see several more dog-like slug bodies popping up here and there. And and you hear Jace physically go, "I think that guy in the very center might be the cause." As he tries to point out somebody who, to you guys, is just a blur and a silhouette in the very in that fake park at the very center of everything.
That's a blur, my dude. I don't shoot at blurs. That's like gunmanship 101.
Totally uncool, dude.
Yeah, well, obviously we're gonna have to get in closer. Come on. You see him hop into Rock and Prime, still in the wheelchair mode. We gotta make sure. Let's try to keep cover. I think there's still cops around here as well.
Oh boy.
How close are slug dogs to us currently?
It's slug o'clock.
Close to you guys right now. There happens to be 4 close by. One still on the very edge of the walkway. One like starting on the side of one of the buildings. The
How
warp
close
pipe.
are they together?
Not close at all. The initial ones are about 30 feet apart from each other. The one that's obviously in front of you is still a good 20 feet away.
Okay.
And then there's one that you can see right next to one of the black vans. It looks like it's trying to like grab onto it with its teeth, but slug dog.
I am going to do a quick clap of hands and turn the one that's near the walkway, the ground underneath it, into salt.
All right, give me that alchemy check.
That's a 16. That's still within parameters.
Give me 1 second. I would say by 1 success if it weren't for the fact that your power operates on just beating that 1 success. So you're changing the doggo itself in front of you or right next to the building?
No, the ground underneath it.
The ground underneath it in the salt. All right, it's gonna have to make a toughness check. And that is 2 degrees of failure. You see that that slug dog literally sizzle to the point of evaporation. It no longer exists. So that's one down. And with how far that salt region was going, were you trying to get the other one that's away 30 feet?
There's no way I could get both.
Double checking.
30
All right.
feet is my absolute maximum range.
So so it literally just stops right like a couple of feet away from the second slug dog. That's a little bit behind you. There's still the one 20 feet in front of you guys, and one close by the first black van in your guys' field of view. Now counting the series of buildings that you're right next to for the entertainment sector.
Question: anyone else want some salt?
Dahlia looks up from her hamburger meat and says, yeah, I guess. I mean, maybe a little bit.
Wilda kind of slinks away from it.
It is a drying agent.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
DM,
Yes.
was the meat jelly overly moist?
Yes. You could, if it weren't for the fact that you ate it, it probably would have still been oozing on your face.
Does it seem like it would taste better with salt?
with your one intelligence, could be.
One.
Well, bear in mind, I'm saying that as in the ranking from 0 to 10, you are above average human intellect.
I gotcha. It just made me laugh. All right, with that being what it is, thinking he's gotten a brilliant idea on how he could make this thing edible, he's just gonna smile and say, "Yes, please."
Alrighty. Let's see here. You said there's not much left of the rickshaw, right?
Not much left. There's only like maybe the handles and the outer sidewalls that was keeping most of the elements from hitting you.
I'll
everything
pick
else-
one of the small panels that were left behind as we skated across the ground because physics.
Yes.
And I'll turn that little plate into salt on top of another plate.
I won't even make you roll I won't even make you roll your alchemy for that one. With a simple clap, a little bit of electricity flare, you have a fine china covered with salt.
And I will simply hand the dish over to Red Wish and Dahlia.
Dahlia puts them on her meat and says, yeah, thanks, that really helps.
Another fortitude save, DM.
Yes, with a +2 since you're actually eating salt now.
Oh,
Have to help it.
I love how the salt actually helps. All right,
salt
you said
helps.
+2.
Because it's pure.
5 plus 6. I'm gonna use a Benny on that.
Yes.
I
Use a
don't want to
level to
be
make this
puking
love
my
meat
guts
taste
out at the
better.
start of the game.
All right, go
let's
ahead.
see
Use a Benny to reroll.
It's
Heroic reroll.
what was it? G
Nat
space
20.
Benny.
Exclamation point. Benny space -1.
Gotcha.
If you want to see how many bennies you have, exclamation point Benny.
Oh shoot, I had the wrong character. Load it up.
Char Red Wish.
-1. Okay, and reroll. Nat 20 with a +6.
So you take some more of the goop from the splattering that's still somewhat on you, along with the red meat. I take. Were you just doing this the bit of the dog slug?
Well, you said yourself I passed my check for the red meat. If I had failed, absolutely. But since he's aware of what the red meat actually is, it's just the goo.
So he's eating dead hot dog instead of dead cow.
Yeah,
I am
totally
rolling
better.
a fortitude. I am rolling a fortitude save to see if transient manages to hold back. watching him do this.
Same.
That's a nat one. I laugh.
Raw salt, my favorite.
That's an 11. I'm not rolling a penny for that.
Unfortunately, Puddle makes it. You don't. You fail by
no.
1 degree.
Yeah, no, losing his lunch.
Red Wish just thinks to himself, he must really not like salt.
You know, at this point, I'm gonna just go and try and save Des.
Yeah.
I think he has an allergy. No, allergy. No, allergy. Yeah.
DM, with the salt and the nat 20, what's it taste like?
You can definitely tell that there's some French cuisine possibilities from the slimy flesh that you consume with the salt. The fact that it feels like it's dissolving a lot faster in the salt helps, and kind of gives it that gristle feel like you would get from biting into a freshly cooked hamburger.
It's like foie gras, but with snails, and it melts right in your mouth.
Actual escargot, which is buttery and a little salty, and it instead of being like slimy, it's more buttery smooth.
Right. Except there is a slight gamey flavor, almost akin to like, I want to say beef or goat. That's the dog meat.
It tastes like
rabbit.
Venison. Venison is gamey.
Thank you. So that is the textures that you get after consuming more of the dog slime around you. Whoever went out of the way to make this is somewhat ingenious, if not mad.
Mad with skill.
So you said it tastes kind of like, some kind of really good French cuisine. All right.
Yes, with a hint of venison.
Bone apple teeth.
Yes, just that slight, undercooked vibe. But otherwise, the salt helps. Puddles, you said you were getting ready to approach where Des is at, right?
Yes.
You are passing. That will involve you passing by the dog slug that's in front of you guys, 20 feet away, as well as a couple of other obstacles. Des himself is about 110 feet away from you guys.
Okay. I'll attempt to do it.
So as you make your move, I will need you to just the same as Spencer had to. I will need a dodge resistance, please.
Okay.
That is a success. As you start slithering your way at your fastest speed, you get the sense that the dog slug was trying to hop onto you, but you managed to swerve your way around him. As you approach closer, I want to say your movement is 30 feet, right?
Yep.
So we'll say if you're just going full blown running at this moment, you're coming up next to another slug dog, but one of the black vans is in full view. You can physically see a couple of the two agents, if you were to say, because there are men in black. The two people inside these vehicle are armed, but they are trying to convince themselves who would be the first to go. They're too busy deep in could be assumed a mad-induced argument.
Okay. That's fine. The important thing is getting Des out of the car.
Right, so we'll have you right here, about, we'll say, 50 feet now
Okay.
from where he's at. I will ask you to hold on to any future moves, as we'll want to let the others take on to their next motion.
Oh, that's
Dahlia? Oh, thank you. Dahlia? Was there anything you wanted to do while you saw Puddle start making motions, as well as Red Wish entertaining the food, Transient losing his food, Spencer seeming to get ready to zoom off again elsewhere, and Jace.
Dahlia's gonna sniff the meat that that Red Wish is playing with, and she's gonna try to find more of it.
You do hear Jace go, are you really serious? I thought we just got done eating.
She's gonna try to use her nose again because last time she couldn't trust her eyes and she had to hunt it with her nose.
Oh no, Spencer.
Honestly, that's a very funny thing to do to sign out like that.
All right, so go ahead and give me a perception check then.
Alright. That girl don't have much perception.
Well, here's hoping that this time with the red meat out of your face.
I'm gonna use a Benny, I think. I think I have Bennies, right? Benny.
You still have 2.
Okay. So I'll do Benny -1. Roll 1d20 plus 2. Oh my gosh. 13.
13 is enough to at least see the dog slug in front of you, the dog slug off to the side of a building in the back that wasn't salted by transient.
Oh,
As-
oh shit. Yeah, the slug dogs. Let me just take care of that. She pulls out her assault rifle and starts blasting.
Go ahead and shoot.
So anyway, I started blasting. Or actually, no, she's gonna pull out which one? Yeah, the assault rifle. So that's multi-attack 5. So okay, shooting mod is plus 11. All right. Roll 1d20 plus 11. 18.
That is a hit.
Sweet.
Assaulted slug. Oh, look. You're killing me, transient. You're killing me.
And it needs to the thing for assault rifle DC 20.
Roger, roger. I
It
believe that would be a 1 degree of failure. So you do see a good chunk of it blast off. It still seems to be standing, but it looks like one bad wind could knock it to completely disintegrated.
Alright, she's gonna try again. Miss. I think.
That is a miss.
Okay. Luckily, she's got more.
That is a hit.
Alright, another save for the doggo. That's bullet 3 out of 5. Dang!
You just hit like the very mucusy portion of it, and it just slips, and the bullet starts slipping through. You see it elastic out before coming back and dissolving in itself.
Alright, well, let's try again. Number 4.
That is a hit.
I sure hope it is with a 30.
And that one hits the main body, causing it to fall into the salt that was only a couple of feet away from it. It dissolves completely.
Alright, she's gonna do a quick scan for another one.
All right. While you're doing that quick scan, we're gonna move on to one of the other characters.
Oh, I still have
Trans.
one bullet left.
Well, you may. All right, I'll allow you to shoot that one, but the only other target visible is the one 20 feet in front of you.
Okay. I'll shoot that one. Or try to. Oof. Oofa doofa. Nope.
Yeah, the gun jam.
She says, damn it, and then spends the rest of her action unjamming it.
All right. So before I say what Jace will be doing, Transient, Red Wish was. Do you guys have anything you want to do before I start making everyone's roll initiatives? And
I
have
just
Spencer do
watched.
his thing. Go
I
ahead.
just watched Puddles start going towards Des, and I'm gonna start heading that way. And I see
Alright.
one slug dog.
Yep, and you did hear Dahlia attempt to shoot at it, but the gun jammed. So this particular the slug dog in front of you is still unharmed. I take it you want to assault this one.
I'm gonna assault it.
All right. Are you just grabbing a handful of salt from the ground and just doing a melee punch with it, or are you clapping, salting the ground?
I'm salting the ground. I might as well salt the earth. I hate this so much.
Oh my god! And this is why we chose. This is why we chose plastic plants, folks. Bad enough we're in the desert, but he's salting the earth. I can't grow shit in this. That is a hit.
I can feel the salt from here, guys.
Right?
I wish I was more seasoned to handle this.
Yeah, so there is now a 30-foot, 15-foot circle of salt surrounding this one slug that he has to now cross if he wants to get to anyone.
Yeah, what slug dog? You hear the thing like cry out on a bad howl before it dissolves into, well, salted liquid.
I was
Not
hoping you'd
dealing with this
overcome the
stuff today.
stereotypes, but I couldn't go against the grain.
How close is that salt circle to me?
Salt's-
You're past it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're at least ahead of it by 15 feet, from what I can tell.
Okay.
I have to walk through the salt to get to move far enough past it. So
Okay, that's
I'll
fair.
still be in the salt circle when I end my turn.
Alrighty. So with that, Red Wish, was there anything you want to do?
So even if he doesn't understand the reality of what they're dealing with, he does see that they're salting these things, and he has felt, rather experienced, that they do taste better with salt. So he's going to try and, grab a little bit of salt from that circle and just toss it on to the nearest one here, assuming we're just doing some kind of really, really weird charity food event.
Goodness. So, as you follow Transient over to the circle of salt where he's standing on, you do see one slug dog off on the side, about 20 feet, no, 10 feet away from Wilda, who seems to be more focused on trying to get to her brother. Do you want to go and attempting to sling salt?
Absolutely. Rolling for assault now.
All right, I believe that will be a throw, which looks like it's a
There
plus.
is
Plus
it's
0.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a ranged dex attack.
Let's see. Yep. So go ahead and I think give me a 1d20 roll.
Mm-hmm. 19.
Hey, look at that! One moment, Spencer. Once I am done with Red Wish, we will have you Sonic Boom. I swear I didn't forget you. So you managed to lob it over there. I will have the dog the dog slug make its attempt to not be overly salted, and it dissolves. It is a beautiful pitch in the face as it just leans back and turns into slug soup, escar soup. Nice throw, seriously, nice throw. So that takes care of another slug dog in the area. Currently, not including what's inside the actual entertainment sector itself, as you guys are about ready to start breaking into there. Spencer, with your natural 20 field of vision and being having the silhouette pointed out to you by Jace, you've taken the decision that guy might be up to some weird stuff, since he's the only one there. Right? That's what I'm understanding. Please speak. You're Gregging.
Greg?
Moving fast. I want to catch it.
Or type. Either way. Respond.
All right. So he says it's moving fast. I want to catch it.
It's like a fly for a cat. It's just moving fast enough that it's a small blur moving around the room, and I want to catch it.
It's the
All right.
laser pointer, and you need it.
It's a laser
So-
pointer. I need it now. I need it.
So it is about 210 feet to the center of the entertainment sector. I will need 2 dodge checks and 2 acrobatic checks as you're making through. Start with
Okay.
the acrobatic check first. As you are literally dashing over one of the buildings in order to reach your target.
16.
That makes it. So you literally zoom up the world one of world 1 of 3, the one of the few one of the many arcades based off of the Mario games pipelines. As you dash over, I will need the dodge resistance now.
All right. That hurts.
Did you want to
That
Benny?
really hurts. I don't have a Benny.
So as you're zooming around this building and reach the other side and start stepping, you see one of the slug dogs hop out and wrap around your body. This one catches you off guard. So this is a complete snaring as you find yourself. Let me double check. Defenseless and immobile.
Defenseless and immobile. That hurts. That hurts.
You do still have your free action if you want to attempt to shout and let your friends know that you are in a bit of a bind.
Well, I haven't used my action yet, have I?
Not yet. You were moving and you just got caught. Defenseless and immobile, so you aren't able to move any further. Let me double check defenseless conditions.
I'm not in
Immobile.
initiative, am I?
Not yet. We have yet to roll initiatives yet. Immobile characters have no movement speed and cannot move from the spot they occupy, although they are still capable of taking actions unless prohibited by another condition.
Ooh. Well,
I
know exactly what I'm doing.
Defenseless. A defenseless character has active defenses bonuses of 0. Attackers may make attacks on defenseless opponents as routine checks. If the attacker chooses to forgo the routine checks and make a normal attack, any hit is treated as a critical hit. Defenseless characters are often prone, providing opponents with an additional bonus to attack checks. So you can still make motions. You can still attempt to attack. If you want to try to break this slug dog, you can. But you will have to wait until after we roll initiatives for you to resume running towards your target.
I would like to pop the slug dog like a pimple with my strength.
By all means, give me a strength check.
Dice, you're all over the place tonight. It is time to corral yourselves. I said it's time to corral yourself.
All right, and an opposing strength check from the slug dog, which only has a 1. That is a degree of failure on it. It'll have to make a damage toughness check now.
Ooh.
You pop that thing like a zit.
Nice.
You imagine it's giving you a hug for a couple of seconds, and so you hug back, and you make sure you mean this hug. And in the middle of it, where most other beings would have their spines start popping, this head pops straight out and falls elsewhere outside of your range. But the rest of the slime sort of like falls off of you and just puddles where it's at. So way to go. You managed to take care of another slug dog.
Another slug dog, but the laser pointer keeps taunting me.
We'll quickly go over to what Jace is doing, which seems to be all right. I don't like how those things are trying to grab at people. So you see him start flying straight upwards. Rock and Prime, make sure everyone stays safe. Help get Jace out, help get the Des out. So as he's flying, you see his hover chair retransform with your technology combined. Again, Prime. Did you know eating random food off the ground is a terrible thing and could lead to diseases, as well as horrible gum disease like halitosis? Always make sure your food is safe, and always brush your teeth after eating.
This has been a public service safety announcement from Rocking Prime.
Rock and Prime
Oh,
will
no.
Rock and Prime will start making his way over towards where Transient and Redwish are, stopping right there as the speed only allows him to go so far. And we have Jace slowly flying overhead, watching as Spencer squeezes the life out of one of the dogs.
Remember, kids, the fight against gingivitis is never won.
You do see him take a moment in the air, Spencer, as though he's talking to himself, and out of your ear, out of your the corner of your sight, you do see a couple of cops start heading around, heading between buildings, going away, sort of off from right to left from your field of view. We heard trouble going this way. Let's go. Let's go. So 2 cops just pass through that area.
I believe it's initiative time.
And yep, I would like everyone to give me initiatives, please.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I peeked there. Sorry.
Oh, dice. Come on.
You're still faster than me.
I know.
15.
Dice.
Fancy's 9.
Apparently, Wilda has one thing on her mind, or
Yep.
maybe 2: not getting in the or not getting in the salt and saving Des.
Oh yes, 15.
Yeah, you are ahead of the salt right now. So
Yes.
Huddle is a 5. And Redwish
Hey.
is a 7.
Red Wrist
If you
doesn't
gotta-
see the threads, just jelly that somebody put some animatronic parts in or something.
Jelly.
I'm going to roll.
Don't worry,
I gotta
guys.
include
Dice rolls might be bad, but you can take with a grain of salt.
6, 7.
Actually,
Actually, no. They're going to be at those guys are going to be at 0. They're going to be at 0. They're going to be at 0.
I am ashamed. I have added too many puns to this one episode.
we'll be cured of it eventually.
All right, Spence, don't get salty on us.
Oh, I won't.
I think we should preserve the serious nature of this game.
Right. Serious nature. The Saturday morning cartoon has already lost its track some time ago. And it looks like that one's a 15. Okay, that's interesting.
Well, we can't
Alright.
brine it, so we might as well bring it.
And then I need to roll Jace's. I cannot believe I almost forgot Jace's.
I got a fever, and the only cure is more shenanigans.
That is a true thing. Shenanigans do be like that sometimes. Initiative 7. So Jace is going first. All right. Jace, Spencer, Transit, Dahlia, target.
Don't worry, guys. After all this, we'll become seasoned heroes.
And Jim's gonna be salty after all this.
that one got me.
Lord. Red Wish, followed by Puddle, then.
I'm thinking of other things to make jokes of, but I thought of Des, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to make a joke about that guy. I don't want the audience to be really upset at us.
All right, and here's the initiative setup.
Men in Black 1, Men in Black 2, Men in Black 3.
That being said, starting at the top of the round, we're going with the code name Jace Zeus. Ah, yes.
Come on, guys. We can spice up the jokes a little more.
What is nothing but Overwatch?
Play.
Jace does start floating closer, trying to get close, trying to coordinate where the possible target is. You do hear from your phones. I think I got a lock on the guy causing this. Guy's kind of a big guy. Is he an arm? Is that slime? Ugh. This guy's looking ugly. Unfortunately, he is hit. Let me double check his flight speed. Flights, 8 miles per hour, 120 feet. All right, and Jace was.
I'm just imagining a promo from Rocking Prime. It's like, remember, kids, don't ever judge a book by its cover unless it's a criminal. Wait,
Jace flies closer now, about 60 feet away from where the center of the entertainment sector is, as well as roughly, I want to say 60 feet in the air, almost 70, enough to be above most of the building scapes, except for the rebuilt casinos that are obstructing some of the main sites in the sky. As he sees the source of the possible issue at hand, he is going to have to make a will save. Will's a +7. And that beats it. He does keep himself composed as he attempts to. He's going to attempt to try to give this person a seizure first before going straight up smiting.
Is this the main guy?
What he believes. The main guy in the very center from what he believes. Affliction. So the person inside the center has to make that. Picking what I wrote down for that. That is 1 degree of failure. The very person in the center seems to be dazed now. Let me go over to initiative, make that quick note. He is now dazed. All right. So that will be his turn. Moving on to next person in the initiative, Spencer. You just got out of being stuck in a sticky situation. If you want to continue towards the source where you think Jace is also heading towards, I will need another acrobatics checks and one more dodge check if you're still staying in that straight line.
Straight line, you say? I can always go around, can't I? Oh wait, no. Can I?
You can, but I will need a perception check from you.
Perception check. I'll do the acrobatics and other thing. A straight line is always the fastest route, right?
Not always, but it's a possibility.
This is Spencer we're talking about. You can't ask him to do thinking. He's acting right now because that's how cats work. Base instincts. So another acrobatics check, you said?
Yep.
That'll be a 20, dirty.
That passes. And then a dodge resistance.
16.
That barely makes it. You feel another grip getting ready to come at you from the side as you maneuver through another building, another one of the many bookstores that are part of the entertainment section selection in the interior. But this time you're more prepared and you're able to like duck underneath it at the right time so it falls onto the side of the building while you're passing through. Your movement does bring you about the same place where about a little bit closer from where Jace is at, but right at the edge of the faux park. There you can physically see what appears to be a taller humanoid with slime-like armor per se all over its body. It sort of swirls and contorts in some strange way, but still looks thin enough that you can see sort of like a skeletal form or like a very frail form on the inside. The head seems to be a very dog-like smile and with a bit of a tongue hanging off to the side, but there is no real eyes. It's all covered in that same slime.
Can I get up close to him?
You will have to. That will be using your action in order to move. In order to double move.
I have to double move in order to get to him with my speed.
You were. Let me double check your speed. I do apologize. It's been a moment.
I know it's 250 miles around.
All right, my apologies. You are actually able to get up there close enough, but I will need another dodge check or dodge
Okay.
resistance.
I wasn't sure. That's why I asked.
No, that was my bad. I'm constantly trying to make sure I'm spinning plates here, my dude. I'm spinning plates here, trying to make sure I'm.
You're good. I just wanted to make sure that I was doing the right thing.
Does one of those plates have salt on it?
Oh gosh, darn it.
Unfortunately, not at the moment for him as he gets caught. This time he's only hindered and I want to say slowed. Was it hindered and slowed? Open.
Still gonna be able to make it.
What are you trying to do, DM? Hindered have speed.
Hindered and vulnerable. Sorry, he is hindered and vulnerable right now. So you feel you are able to still move, and you feel like you can block something in case you do get attacked. But the slime from the dog slug that you are passing is grappling on half of your body as you're approaching this tall figure.
Okay. Do I still have my action?
Yes, you do.
I would like to extra effort sonic boom right in front of him by clapping my hands together as hard as possible.
All right, go ahead and give me your sonic boom roll, or let me double check that.
It is a simple effect resisted by fortitude DC 16. I don't know what extra effort does to it though.
I believe if you're extra efforting, you would be bringing it. If you're trying to increase its DC, I believe if you're just doing it by once, you're taking an exhaustion point in order to increase it by 5. So double checking your powers. Sonic Boom, Affliction 6, DC 16 becomes a DC 21. So he needs to be a DC 21 before failing any of the current situations. He is currently dazed right now from having an aneurysm attempted on him.
Well, he can go ahead with the DC 21 Sonic Boom. And I think the Slug Dog has to make it too. Could be wrong.
If it's within the area, give me a second. We'll do the Slug Dog first.
All right. Darn.
The Slug Dog fails, so the one holding on to you now seems dazed on its own. And this one's fort is a 5.
Darn!
Despite the impressive sonic boom and seeing a lot of the fake grass fly off, a couple of the fake trees seem to fall behind him, this being just stands there and smiles at you menacingly.
Cool. It can play. And that's my
Transient.
turn.
Right, sorry about that. Thank you. Transient, it is now your turn. You're still in your salt field as you are approaching where Wilda is at. You just heard a sonic boom go off from the center of town. You're used to hearing Spencer pull that off, so you can tell that that was Spencer. Redbush is right next to you, and you do still see the couple of guys inside the black van, like still arguing with themselves, trying to figure out who's gonna get out first or what. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna clap my hands and make 2 thin panes of bulletproof glass to seal their doors.
So you're running up to their doors and just sealing it?
Nope, doing it at a distance.
Oh wow.
Multiple field.
Let me double check that. Multiple field. Is that part of your advantage or?
No, that's part of the power itself. It's a shapeable area.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it now. 30 feet, 30 cubic feet.
Anything within that 30 cubic feet, I can manipulate at my pleasure.
All right. You will have to get it a little bit closer as the vehicle is just 10 feet out from you.
Yeah, no,
10 feet out of the range.
10 feet out of the range, so it's 40 feet away from me.
Yes. So
All right.
you would have to move 10 feet closer in order to do it still in a safe area.
I'll move up to where Wilda's at and do
All
it
right.
there.
That's only 20. That's 20 feet of movement. So you're right next to Wilda as you clap and send your influence through. That is a success. The sides of the doors now seal off as they all become see-through bulletproof glass. You physically see the gentleman in there start looking around, going, and if they could be heard, you could probably hear some expletives going on as they attempt to react by firing at the windows, only for the bullet to get catch inside the bulletproof glass itself
Not
or
quite.
bounce off.
So what I did was I had 2 panes of bulletproof glass creep up along the van on their doors.
Okay.
So they're not really. They're arguing between themselves. They're not paying attention to that.
All right, thank you. So rewinding that a bit. So you form those bulletproof glass, making it that much harder for them to get out of their vehicle without them noticing. That will require them a perception check on their turn in order to figure out what's going on for them. And all right, that can be done and dealt with. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
Nope, that's moving to my action. I'm done.
Did you want to say anything to Wilda before she runs off while you still have 6 seconds of free action?
We'll get to him soon.
Fair enough. All right, so with that, we move on to Dahlia. Dahlia, you are still in the back area closest to the broken rickshaw. You did see most of your groups spread out to go handle what's going on here at the entertainment area.
Did she hear about the guy in armor?
You through your phone, yes, Jace was able to relay that there's some strange person in the center of town, quite possibly being attributed to what's going on here, and a short description of how he's slime covered but with a very awkward dog smile mouth, and
How far away is he? Do I know?
he's in the center of the entertainment sector. You do know from your previous studies, from your well-informed studies of town, that would be about 210 feet from where you're at right now.
Okay, so I can only teleport 60, but my gun has one heck of a range.
Alrighty. I take it you're gonna try to shadow up into one of the building sites to get a proper.
Yep.
Was that a yep?
So it's got increased range, so I can do 125, 250, 500 feet. So I'm going to teleport up onto a good vantage point and try to snipe him.
All right, so you find yourself popping up on what appears to be the Inigo Montoya movie theater.
Ha!
Nice. All
So-
right, so
On top,
Keep me
while you're on top of that,
posted.
But no one's father has died.
well, the slug dog father's about to die. The dog
Oh my
father.
god. I just got that reference transient. I love it.
All
So
right, so
that
do I
that makes a
spot him?
distance. You do see him, although it is a bit faint. He is 150 feet away from you.
Oh, that's well within my range with this gun.
All righty, go ahead and start giving me your shots then.
All right. 1d20 plus 11. Oh, seriously?
That first one is a miss. Second one is a hit. Spencer,
DM, I have a
you
question.
yeah.
Could you allow me to consider this thing an ally?
It's a dog, Spencer. You're a cat.
Yeah, but
it'd be a
it's
hard
an animal
press.
thing.
It's also creating chaos, so the answer is probably no.
Fair enough.
Honestly, you ran ahead without really contacting Wilda. You're still focusing on gonna catch this thing for fun. So you were in the mindset that this is more of a prey than anything.
That's fair. Although
DC
I-
20, Ace.
That is a 2 degree of failure, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So he takes a bruise and
Okay, that was 2
And is
bullets.
dazed.
Here's
You-
number 3.
he was already dazed. Does that have compiling affliction?
Yes, it turns to staggered.
Yeah, it's because of how the bruise system works. So if they fail by 2 the first time, they get dazed. If they fail by 2 the second time, they become staggered. If they fail by 3 and get staggered again, then they're incapacitated.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And enter. Okay, so the unknown figure is now staggered and has a bruise on.
Yes, and so
Go
shot
ahead.
number 3, 20.
Yep. Shot number 320
Yeah.
plus 7.
Dang.
He manned through that one. Go ahead and give me your next 2 shots.
Okay. 16.
That one barely hits.
Wow.
Mans through that one.
Dang. All right, 18.
And that one seems to also get him pretty good. So
2 degrees of failure again.
yep.
So,
So-
he'll be bruised and dazed and staggered.
He was already staggered.
Yep, but days. But there isn't another days, so it reestablishes days.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It converts the dazed condition into staggered after the second time he gets hit, and then a new dazed is applied.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right, I think that's all 5, right?
Yep.
Sweet.
So it is now the unknown figure's turn. Spencer, before you saw several bullets whiz over your head. Two of them hitting, one in the shoulder and one in the knee. You saw your prey somewhat stumble and look a little dazed. before it starts laughing. You see the wounds start to seem bubbling before recovering. And he looks over at you. Of course I'm up for some fun. What kind of doggunner would I be if I didn't have any in me?
And then he gets shot 2 more times.
With the bubbling happening, the GM is now down to 1 Benny left as Staggered has been removed.
Darn.
Woo! Down to 1 Benny. What will you do, Ace?
Double checking what I wrote down. Looks like he's going to be activating his Howling Cannon. As you see, the right arm widen up, and what appears to be a bigger dog mouth comes out. Looks like 10 feet, 10 feet wide, 30 feet long. The only one being caught in this right now would be you, Spencer.
All right, I'll take it.
Alrighty, double checking.
Head on, too.
Open portfolio. Why can I not have 2 Hero Labs open at the same time?
I don't know. I honestly don't, by the way.
Neither do I. I'm still trying to figure this out. Strength base, line area.
So as long as you have the character sheets, you can have multiple characters on the dashboard on the right-hand side.
That is a very useful tidbit of information. Thank you.
I was going to. Okay. So 1d20.
This is going to really hurt because I'm also exhausted.
Oh boy.
Right. So make sure I'm reading this right. Does a 20 hit?
Let's see here. I have to look at my dodge. Yeah, there's no way that I'm going to be avoiding that. So yeah, it hits.
All right. I'm going to need a will check from you.
Oh, my only thing that has the I'll go ahead. 1d20 plus 1. That's gonna be a dirty 20, DM. The
It's my turn.
one
I roll
moment.
tomorrow. All right. Unfortunately, that is a failure. A single degree of failure.
Huh. Darn.
I'm going to need a toughness check from you.
Toughness. 1d20 plus 8. 11.
Damage was plus 8, so that would have been a resistance of 23 for damage. So that is 3 degrees of failure.
Yeah, I think it is.
You're taking a bruise as well as being staggered. And, well, is it staggered? Let me double check.
Wouldn't that just make me unconscious, period?
Are you staggered already?
I don't
He's
know.
exhausted.
No. Then you're staggered on top of being exhausted.
This hurts.
Exhausted characters nearly collapse. They are impaired and hindered. So you're impaired and hindered, but you're not staggered yet up until now. So going over to your initiatives over here, Spencer suffers his first bruise of the game.
Exactly. The very first bruise.
Exhaust and stag.
So just basically just tanked a massive blast.
So yeah, you hit him with your sonic boom. In response, he hits you with a howling cannon. 2 sound bass going against each other. You now know what it's like to be on the receiving end of that.
I think, yeah, I can't really respond though.
Not until your next turn. But because he was dazed, that's his action. He cannot move. We move on to Red Wish.
All right, DM. So, looking at the situation here and translating it to what he thinks is going on, for some reason, Spencer kind of just ran into this guy. Not sure what's going on with the shooting. Probably another actor for an advert. Okay. This is an advertisement for some sort of weird space bug themed snack. Well, even if nobody else seems to appreciate it, Red Wish does. So he's gonna walk up to him and just say,
You are currently 210 feet away from the center where the dog gunner is, which I will change the name on that. What you are seeing right now is Trandy walking up alongside Wilda. You saw two glass panes, bulletproof glass panes, be made alongside the black vans that have the men in black arguing amongst themselves. You did hear that they're trying to go and help Des out. You did get to meet Des, and you recognize his vehicle, which isn't too far away from you guys. You're currently where you're at, which is still in the salt ring. That's about 70 feet from Des's vehicle.
okay. But the person is who's Spencer's dealing with here is within earshot, correct?
No.
Probably
Nope.
not.
The sound barriers being broken by both their sonic boom and howling cannon, though, can be heard. So you're hearing boom, boom,
Okay.
ka 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 ka.
Within earshot of the sound barrier being broken, but not exactly earshot of talking. Fair
Yes.
enough. Okay, well that does change my action. In that case, while he's convinced that the commercial must be important, if somebody actually does need help, he's gonna help them. So he's gonna go ahead and try and rush in direction of where he thinks this person's ride is to see if he can get him out of it.
All right, double checking your speed. I want to say it's also 30.
It should be completely average speed. Let me
Cool.
check.
Pulling up Red Witch's page.
30 feet per round.
Yep. So you'll be able to get up past where Wilda and Transient are, and that'll bring you up to right where the Men in Black vehicle is, like right next to them.
Mhm.
You can use another action to try to get closer to where Des is, or you can try to do some luck manipulation.
So could I use my luck manipulation here to actually benefit the person we're trying to save and count him as an ally?
Yes, you can, because he is a sibling to one of your friends, and you guys are aiming to help him.
All right.
Let me double check your luck control to see if there's a reach limit on it. I'm not seeing any reach limit. Been on other.
I'm sure I would have to at least have the people be in the same scene.
Believe so. So how do you want to flavor this?
I'd like to flavor this as, they're trying to save him everything, and then suddenly this crazy guy who looks like a vampire that's snacking on the xenomorph dogs shows up, and now he's extra wanting to get out of there, and he's just that much more motivated to try and figure something out.
Alrighty, and I did notice that. If we want, we can stop after Puddle's turn, or we can push until the top of the round again. But continuing on with Red Wishes first.
So yeah, that should be a luck point, right? As opposed to a Benny? Or
Yes.
Okay. Alright, I'll go ahead and punch that in a sec. Just trying to figure out this thing here.
Yeah, it would be exclamation point luck -1.
Okay, thank you. And luck -1. Oh, okay. Apparently that was my last one. Oh well, at least I used it helping you guys out.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, and we will have Des have a little bit more luck on his turn, which will be after Puddles. Was there anything else you want to do with your free action? Anything you wanted to say?
Nothing at this time.
Alrighty, then moving on to Puddle. Puddle, you did see Red Wish seem to catch Des's attention. Des seems to be a little bit more coherent now, thanks to the appearance of a vampiric-looking young man who seems to be gorging himself on the remains of these slug dogs here and there. What did you want to do?
Well, I'm still gonna head towards him.
Alrighty, so you are 50 feet away from him, but your movement is 30 feet, so that will bring you to the other side of the black van, making you about 20 feet from where Des is at.
Yeah, I would move again.
So you move. Pure body of water, right?
I had never transformed.
She has never transformed, folks. So she is
I had
running.
not transformed. Yeah.
So you run up right next to the door of the vehicle.
Mhm.
By some lucky miracle, the door is unlocked. While Des is, in his panic.
I'll open the door.
You see him in his personal raving stop and look over at you. Trying to recall. Say I have him at a 4. Unfortunately, he is still slightly under the maddening influence from the slug dogs. As you look around, you can see the ears of another slug dog standing. Damn it! I'm sorry for rolling an initiative. I keep forgetting. You do see the ears of another slug dog at the front of his vehicle.
Well, that's my turn. Because I had to double move.
Alrighty, then we will. You're free to go crash, or if you want to try to muscle through, I will try to run through Men in Black 1, Men in Black 2, Men in Black 3, and Des.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
kind of a lot for one.
Men in Black 1, the initial vehicle that is being blocked off, along with the vehicle behind them, are now going to attempt to break out of the mental struggles that is the madness induction, and they all failed. They all are now still struggling against the vehicles, with only the back one seeming to somehow get out of that vehicle since it wasn't blocked by window panes. But they are not able to take any more actions. Moving on to MB2, who are also under the influence of madness. Damn it! Thank you. Sorry. Oh wow, they actually get their shit together. Two men exit out of the vehicle right next to Des's, right in front of Des's vehicle, and they see you, Wilda.
Okay.
They're going to attempt to intimidate you to stand down and get on the ground. Funny enough, their intimidation is only a 1.
It's okay, my presence is lower than that.
Double checking Wilda's presence is a -1. I will need a presence check from you.
Will save.
Oh, will save? Yes, please. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you. A will save from the intimidation, as you do see pistols pointed towards you. For a split second, you almost get caught, but you remember you're a water being. Well, you can become a water being. Guns won't really hurt you. So,
No, guns
So long as
still
you-
hurt me.
You're-
I feel
alright,
all
so-
that pain.
All right. So, despite being threatened, your brother takes precedence. So you do not you do not yield. They will advance towards you. They are now next to you and Des. And by the end of their turn, no, that'll be at the beginning of the next turn. Moving on to MLB 3. Who are still mad and still freaking out in their vehicles separately. Des. Has gotten his shit together seeing you and seeing guns pointed at you. He's going to attempt to pull you into the vehicle to get to be pulled away from them as he tries to get his vehicle to start again. This will be a grapple check.
Oh yeah, he get me.
So you feel yourself get yanked into the vehicle. What are you doing standing out? They have guns, Wilda. If you're gonna be here, you gotta change, please. As he sort of sneaks you towards the back of his car as he starts it and attempts to move it, causing this only to realize that the dog slug underneath it has caught him in its snare. She's going to attempt to break out of it by reversing. The wheels scream nonsensically as they muster through. And we are now back at the top of the round with Jace, but we can pause here.
Okay.
So we will come back to this maddening sprawl in the entertainment sector. Thank you all for listening to us. We hope you all have fun. Come back by 2 weeks from now, and we'll see you all again next time.
Bye.
Later,
There you
later.
go.